Welcome to Amateur Redneck Workshop. I'm Harold, and I'm going to start a new thing today. But before I do anything new, I'm going to show you what I got for Christmas. Now, usually I get something from Smith & Wesson or from Ruger, you know, for Christmas. But this year I got something different because I had a project in mind, and I didn't want to spread the cash too far, you know. Some of this new project is going to be paid for by t-shirts from you generous people that have bought them. And believe it or not, I haven't mentioned them in the past couple of videos maybe, and you guys are still buying t-shirts, so I really appreciate that. And that's what the t-shirt money is going to go for, is projects, and probably an awful lot of it on this project, which we'll get to here in a minute. I bought several of those LED lights from Sam's Club, and let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 of them. Now, out of buying 4 of them, 1 arrived dead, DOA, and 1 burned out after a year. That's not a very good average, you know. And then I noticed something else. They have a little link together feature. Well, if you buy them all at the same time, they do, because apparently they're made in a different factory from one month to the next or something. They may be made in some other factory, and the method of linking them together is not compatible with the other guy's method of linking them together. You know what I mean? So, you know, I guess it's not a really good deal. Now, here is obviously an example of turning on the camera and forgetting what you was going to say. I started to tell you the story about the Sam's Club thing, and what did I do? I got into it and drifted off in the wrong direction. But anyway, just last, I guess, end of the last couple of weeks or somewhere in there, I did a review on the Sam's Club lights, because I thought people ought to know, you know, what I discovered. And I get this back from Sam's Club. It says, "Your review has been moderated." And it says, "Hello, HS Waters. Your opinion is very important to us and the Sam's Club community. We appreciate you taking the time to write a review on Honeywell LED 4-foot linkable shop lights. Unfortunately, your review did not meet our guidelines for posting on our site. Your review cannot be approved because it contains inappropriate content. Submit something new. We encourage you to review our guidelines and resubmit your review on Honeywell LED 4-foot linkable shop lights. Thanks again, Sam's Club." Now, wasn't that sweet? So nice and good and all like that. So I looked at it and I thought, what in the world could be bad about my review? I did mention in there that it got 2 bad lights out of 4 or 5 of them. That could be something that didn't meet their community guidelines. Or was it something else? I could have. So I looked at it for a little bit, and I looked at it and I thought, if I was a politically correct person, I wouldn't want to identify anybody. And I had named the country that these things came from. Now, everybody knows where all the consumer goods are made already, so I guess you don't really have to say what country they come from. It's written on everything in the whole store, especially Walmart and Sam's, you know. And so I took that one word out, that one word that identified the country that made these bad lights. And I resubmitted that review, and zing, my review's online. It's not moderated. Isn't that wonderful? The world of political correctness. It's going to get worse, I bet you. It's unbelievable. It's like the blind leading the blind, or one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Anyway, back to my introduction to the video. Be honest with you. Anyway, I was watching a little video that Mr. Pragmatic Lee Peden sent to me, and I have the same kind of problems as him. A lot of times when I get up to do a video, I've got something I want to talk to you guys about. I've been thinking about it for 2 or 3 days, and I get up here and hi, this is Harold, and then I think, oh, I don't remember what it was. Let's get on with the project, you know. And I don't even remember what the heck I was going to talk to you about. So it didn't do me any good to think it over for 2 or 3 days before the video. I guess turning the camera on makes your memory go away, you know. But anyway, we're going to turn this thing around here, and we're going to look at a CT520DP, which is from Primeweld. I think it's Primeweld, and it's a 3-function, multi-function welding cutting machine. So instead of me keeping on talking, we're going to just go ahead and take a look at it. Well, what we're looking at here is a Primeweld inverter air plasma cutter, and also TIG welder and stick welder. Now, it's not a proper TIG welder because it's DC, but it has a feature that you can use aluminum rods to weld with. They're apparently pretty difficult to use and go quick, but that's one of the features. So we'll just cut this thing open, find out what's in it, and I'm not going to make you watch while I cut all this stuff. I'll lay it out and then bring you back. I believe they call this a multi-process machine, and this isn't going to be a review, and it's not actually going to be an unboxing. It's just going to be an examination of what we can do with it with my current level of knowledge, which means I'm going to try to cut something with the plasma cutter part, but I'm not going to do any TIG welding because, number one, I hadn't got any cover gas, and number two, I don't know how to TIG weld. I'm no Jim Bollinger, so, you know, I think that we'll get to see enough of it to see what it can do anyway, even though I am a little bit limited. Now, it comes with a nice instruction manual, which I understand from watching other reviews is written in proper English where you can understand it, and they show you how to put it all together out of the box. It comes with an electrical plug, one of those the type that I don't have, so I'll have to get another one. It's a 110 220 volt machine, dual voltage, and I'll probably demonstrate it here on 110. I don't know, maybe I'll hook it up to 220, we'll see. And it comes with the torch lead here. Comes with a ground lead, and they look to be long enough to be useful. Some air hose, a little package of consumables, not much but some. Looks like enough to last you a little while. And here's some spare consumables, and here's a nice, well, this is the lead for the torch here. I guess, oh, okay, I'll get it right in a minute. That's the lead for the plasma cutter and the TIG torch, I think. And this guy over here, this of course is your ground cable. And this is the lead for your stick welder. So, that looks good. And then naturally I said the air hose. And there's a nice blue bag here that has something in it, I don't know what. Oh, well, here we go. The plasma cutter torch. I didn't even realize. This undoubtedly then is this is the TIG torch right here. TIG welder lead. And inside the blue bag we've got the plasma cutter. I guess I should have unboxed it and looked it over first, but what the heck. And here's the air regulator, which I knew would be somewhere. And I know that I'm going to have to put a quick connect fitting on it. So I hope that's not plastic, it's metal. Looks like it might be. I'll go ahead and hook this thing up, get it ready for the air, and then I'll be right back. Now, everybody apparently needs consumables with a plasma cutter.
So I looked at the recommended list of consumables and I ordered those. You're supposed to get 50 pieces for around $18. And they're shipped straight from China. So I'm the kind of guy that takes a bottle of prescription pills and opens it up and counts them to see if there really are 30 days worth in there, you know. So naturally I opened the package of consumables and counted them, and by my count I got 50 pieces. So it took about, after the plasma cutter arrived, it took almost 2 weeks for the consumables to arrive. I'm sure they gave you enough in the, you know, in the original package to make it until this stuff gets here. But here I am, a complete plasma novice. So I don't know how fast these things are going to be used up. Not even sure what to call them, huh?
Okay, so let's look at the controls and all of that. You got here a choice between the machine and the pedal if you're using the stick welder. Here's a 3-position switch. The top gets the TIG, middle stick welder, bottom plasma torch. Okay, here's your air pressure. Here is your post delay, and this is your current right up here on top. This is how much juice you want to put in it. We'll turn it on and make a little adjustment on the current. You can see I'm going to start off with it kind of low, because the first thing I'm going to cut is about some 18 gauge sheet metal. Down at the bottom of it there, this is where you hook the ground up. You shove it in, it's got a little key, and you turn it around until it starts to tighten up. This is the air for the plasma, and this is the other connection for the plasma. I suppose it's for all the juice down to the tip. Now, like I said before, this is my first time to ever be in the same room with an operable plasma cutter. So I've seen pictures of it on the internet, huh? I've seen guys use it on the internet, but I haven't used it. It comes with a little rubber cover to cover up the hole there. A instruction book of sorts. It tells you a few things that are handy to know. And it told me to set the air pressure on 10 pounds. Now, other videos I saw, they were setting the air pressure up around 80 pounds. So somehow, somewhere in here, I'm bound to be doing something wrong. This is 50 amp job. Now we're going to turn it down here to, oh, I don't know, 21 amps, 20 amps, and we're going to try to cut the sheet metal. If that doesn't work, well then we'll crank the amperage up a little bit. So far I've never even pushed the button to see the little automatic start for the torch. Let's see what happens. Get my finger under the guard. Well, looks like I need more goodies. Probably. There we go. Alright, so I'll take you around. That little booger's leaking like crazy. Well, I guess it does flow air to cool down. Alright. So, like I say, I don't know what I'm doing. So it ought to be interesting. Who knows? Maybe we'll blow this thing up. Guys do like to see you blow things up. Let's walk around to the back. This spot on the back, this is where you connect your cover gas for TIG welding, your air for the plasma cutter. This is the regulator. You lift the little thing up and set it, and then push it back down, which it's not wanting to do for me right now. It must be right in between the teeth. Yeah. Anyway, you pull it up, set it, push it back down to lock it. You've got an on-off switch over here on the side. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. There's the on-off switch. And other than that, it's pretty well the way it is. And I've got this thing hooked up to 220. I've got two compressors. One runs on 110, one runs on 220, and they're both tied together. Well, I ran the air up using the 220 and the 110. Then I unplugged the 220 compressor and hooked onto here. So I'm sure we'll hear a lot of bad noise here and there as that compressor tries to catch up. Alright, let's move around the other side. Alright, like I say, here I've got some 18 gauge, some 1/4 inch, some 3/8, and it's all on a piece of 1/2 inch, which we'll cut off the end down here, or try to, once we get through with the lighter stuff. I'm hoping that all the lighter stuff works out alright. Not certain it will, but we're going to give it a shot. Like I say, I got it set on 20 amps, so maybe that's right for cutting sheet metal. Maybe it's not. Let's just give it a try and see what happens. Put my finger under there. That didn't work too good. I set my little bracket on fire there. Here. That's not too grand. Let's try it again. See what happens. Take this guy, turn it around a little bit. Let's see what we get. I'm burning that little guy up. See this? Melted some more of it off. Alright, so that's not enough. That's not enough power. There's 35. That's bound to be enough power. Surely, sheet metal. Nope, but I'm slowly eating away this little guy here. Well, I think I ought to play with it a couple of minutes and then bring you guys back. There's no use y'all watching me blow off a finger or something, although it'd be entertaining, I'm sure. Well, that's all, folks. Y'all try to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Leave a comment if you got something to say. And above all, remember, keep on keeping on. Bye now.